under we are projects they are projects underneath one umbrella, the Growing Sustainably program. We have recently decided to bundle all of our business-related projects in a way we did with the projects under Growing Sustainably. One of these business-related projects is Marketing Smart's advertising campaigns. Ngan will tell us about advertising campaigns and how the innovative work of the students has the potential to create small local businesses and help gain foot traffic with the materials they create. Ngan?
Hi, everyone. If you can go over to my next slide, Matt, and then I'll start to introduce the rest of the project. Thank you so much. So like Mary Kay said, I get to tell you all about our Marketing Smarts project focused on advertising campaigns. I'm going to talk about the scope of the project, and then we'll dive into what the mission and goals are, then discuss how it works, and then I'll offer some details like the challenges and the impacts as well that the students and the clients face during the project. So let's get started. Next slide, please. CommUniverCity partners with an SJSU undergraduate marketing and or advertising class. The students there are majors or focused in advertising and marketing. It's the Advertising 129 class, whose current professor is Michael Llewellyn Williams. What we do is we first gather 3 pre-selected local small businesses that will each work with 2 teams of students as they compete to create an optimal advertisement campaign that will assist their clients, the small businesses, in developing their brand and broadening their outreach to desired audiences. We've been collaborating with SJSU students for over 6 years to implement this project. Now we're hoping to find more ways to expand the scope of the project. So I'm going to go ahead and discuss a little bit about what the project entails, and then we'll get into ways how we can help it grow. Next slide, thanks. Thank you. So let's talk about the format, the structure. How is the project structured and what are the logistics? So there are a total of 6 teams, 6 student teams and 3 clients, which means that each client gets 2 student teams and they each compete with one another for the best advertising campaign at the end of the semester. All of the teams are nominated for the Blue Cow Award, which is an SJSU Advertising Marketing Department Award meant to reward the students for their incredible work in the department, because it's really great to affirm our students in their strengths. Our current project clients this semester are local small businesses based right here in downtown San Jose. They include Chopsticks Alley, Yo Box, Good Spot SJ, and they're just right around the corner on First Street too as well. So it's great. 2 out of our 3 clients, Chopsticks Alley and Yo Box, actually have experience and background in marketing and advertising and have offered to help the students expand their knowledge, depth, and experience as well. So for this particular semester, this group, not only are the students helping the clients, but the clients are given the opportunity to offer mentorship as well. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. Thank you. So now we get to talk about the obstacles and the challenges, which are incredibly important to recognize, because these challenges exist as well, because that's the only way to grow. The biggest hurdle we faced last semester was a discrepancy between expectations and results. I think this was exacerbated especially by the pandemic, as well as we had to remain online. But one of the clients felt that they weren't receiving the level of commitment they desired from the students. So as much as we want to support our community, we also want to advocate for the students as well, ensuring that they aren't overworked, overutilized, or overextended, because at the end of the day, they are our full-time students, not being compensated by anything other than a grade or award. So yes, nonetheless, we want to ensure that there is a seamless pathway of communication for clients and students so that these sort of discrepancies can be avoided in the future. That brings us to our next issue. There needs to be a clear, firm, and enforced understanding of commitment and the boundaries to the project. Both of the students and the clients need to be willing to make time for one another. And then that can be really difficult because everyone's really busy, but something's got to give, you know? If you want to succeed, you have to commit. But these are ultimately challenges that allow the students and the clients to learn, because they develop interpersonal skills, maintain relationships, develop their career, develop their brand. Something that CommUniverCity learned as we continued the project is we could definitely use more hands and more time dedicated to fostering the project and expanding its depth and involvement. But we are, of course, limited by our funding that is dedicated to this particular project. So let me move on to the next slide and talk about the impact of the overall project, which is in many ways an opportunity exchange, right? The students have the opportunity to truly learn real life skills, management, team building, meanwhile working toward their career development. The clients who may not have the resources to build their brand have the opportunity to work with students that are stepping into their field, ready to develop and build their brand in order to stimulate business growth, which can contribute to local and economic stability and resiliency as well. One of the students last semester actually said it was really helpful to have this experience because she found it very rewarding and very fulfilling to be able to meet a real client and understand their real needs and develop, a brand that means something to someone else. So let's take a look at some of those projects from last year. In the next slide, it's from our Blue Cow winners as well. There's only 2 that I can show you right now, but if you click on them kindly, Matt, you'll be able to see much of the project. Forest and Flower is our first one, and it's a bakery or food business that the students worked to help develop, to expand their outreach. And you can scroll through it briefly just so everybody gets an idea of what it looks like. So this is really elaborate work, it's really beautiful and ornate. It's pretty long, Matt. You can scroll right through it. And then, and we can take a look at the next one as well, which was from Ren Connection. And they own a historic space downtown that they wanted to turn into a venue for many others to share, such as weddings, business meetings. But the team helped them develop that aspect of the business that they wanted to expand through this work here that you see. So it comes with like a plan, solutions, proposals to those solutions and how to implement that. So it's really in-depth, intricate, and hard work. Yeah, totally. Yes, very incredible work. Yes, ma'am. Let's go ahead and move on over to next steps for the project and how you can help us. As our projects like Marketing Smarts, YEA, and advertising campaigns continue to expand and gain traction, please continue to advocate for us to continue our efforts toward helping small businesses grow while also fostering the growth and learning of SJC students. We need your help to support and gain recognition from organizations and agencies like Chamber of Commerce, Office of Innovation, that will help foster our growth. So ways that you can help us is by sharing our work with the Chamber of Commerce, writing letters, tagging them in social media. If you know anybody, bring it up to them. Same with Office of Innovation as well. And you can also share our work on social media through our newsletters. We would be incredibly grateful to that, so that we can find more ways to help our students learn as we continue to cultivate a healthy and equal community. And that's the end of my presentation. Thank you so much.
Well, Nan, I really appreciated that you had the links to those 2 campaigns, and I would love it if you would send a link out so I could get a better look at it. They look to be very professional, and I myself don't really understand how to build a brand or any of that. So I would be interested in learning more about those businesses. So if you could send those out, that would be great. People could take a better look at it. I was very impressed just at the initial overview of it. Anybody else have questions for Nan about the project? Okay, I don't see any, but honestly, it's great work. So thank you, Nan. Okay, and the strategic thinking to build small businesses, I think, is awesome, especially in this time now where so many retail businesses are struggling. Now, Chopsticks Alley, they specialize in art projects, right? Teaching and doing. Okay.
Like overall culture. So it could be art, it could be food as well. Any other engaging activity that will share the culture of Asian American.
Oh, now see, I need to know more about their marketing because I didn't know about that aspect of it. So that's fabulous. Okay, great strategic thinking. Thank you, everybody, for your hard work on that.